One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field over the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll leave it with him. Running to Green. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult.
Oh, he's got some space. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Texas A&M going up tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up the tackle for loss.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. The Aggies come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Grab near the marker. It's Craven. Got some room after the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. When this place gets loud, it starts to sway. They've renovated, reinforced, and still the rafters are shaking.
Yeah, and they still come out, and they still got the 12th man tradition. So many traditions at this school, and that's why they support and they love their team, and people want to come play here.
Coming out with it, it's Turner. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a crease, it's Haynes. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air, it's Murphy. Here's a heat.
And this offense comes up first down, tries to run the football. No answer. Second down, they go for the pass. They give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Trying to keep the drive alive. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Texas A&M going quickly. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Tries to get it on the ground. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, the decision to go for it on fourth down pays off. They get it. Expect them to go fast here down close to the goal line.
Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Going to take a shot at this DB. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quick completion on the out route. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage.
Going for it all. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Aggies. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the...
It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return. They will take it They are in business after the fumble recovery.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Quick strike complete.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw again. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure the quarterback.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. DB's right up on the receivers. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Texas A&M going up tempo. Right back to it. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab, it's Haynes. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Lost to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ball State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Texas A&M going quickly.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what, you can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out. And they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. He'll take a deep shot here. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Got it, looking for the first down. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for a crease to the left. He's in open space downfield. A sweet run gets it out to the 30-yard line, and that can really 1st and 10 from the 30. To the ground. He's got it again.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Fights off a defender. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. Lost, the defense is wide open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Time's dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with 1 play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
1 play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grab near the sticks. It's Craver. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the score.
Clemson is quick to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw.
He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives...
He's trying to get it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Boise State looks like a legit contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 17 over USF. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Looking for room. It's Owens. He's past the 30. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggie! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Gets it out fast. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it.
Lots of running room. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride at the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Man, this dude has not had a good day. A lot of interceptions, a lot of mistakes. But if you want to put it on the other side, at least he's in the giving mood. At least he's making a lot of donations just to the other team.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Clemson, 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Craver. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get...
There he goes. Got the first down and more. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggies. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They'll immediately call timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Murphy. He's going for it all. Snatches it on the right. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
They'll give it to the back. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not let...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the run. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Texas A&M going quickly.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The run to the right. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. So we open the final period with a third down play. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. The quick out. Breaks into the open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. A&M comes back out with another first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Bringing it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was